Hello, peoples. Good evening. Okay, so this is obviously not a coffee time. This is going to be a quick video. So, my family and I, we just got back from church, and it was an intense um, experience. We call it Station of the Cross, where they kind of like set up this entire, event where you just go through the beginning all the way to the end of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And we do this every year just before we head into Good Friday, and we have the service on Friday. And then, of course, we have Resurrection Sunday coming up as well. And I wasn't expecting so much emotion, like it had me crying, you guys, like I was crying. So, first thing you walk in, you start reading about how the events take place. And the first thing that happens is they made us pick up a stone, which represents the sin that is the weight that we carry around. You just carry around with you as you go through this entire experience. The part that really did it for me, that started to get me, uh, like starting to get emotional about it, was a part where he says, I believe it was Daniel. I'm still working on learning the scripture, but it was a part where Daniel had been told by Jesus, before the rooster crows, you're going to deny me 3 times. And so the act in which we're supposed to do is right on the chalkboard. I denied Jesus Christ. And that's when the tears, like, I wasn't like bawling yet, but you could feel it coming up. And then we went inside and like further into the whole rest of it. And I'm not going to go break down the entire, like everything that we did there. But the part that really did it for me, you guys, is when we got to the part of the cross, and you see the thorn crown. They showed us the thorns, and I actually do have it. They had us take a thorn that was made, that was used to make the thorn crown, to mock Jesus as being the king of the Hebrews. And you look at it and they're like, yeah, feel it. They said, feel it, like actually see how sharp this is, and under, like, just get the concept of just how barbaric this was, right? So you just feel this sharp thorn, and then you go from that station to the next station where they hand us the nail that they nailed him to the cross with. And you had one of two options. You could either nail it in the cross or you could take it home. Now, from the moment you walk into this room, you can hear people nailing this thing into the cross, right? I mean, they had a cross ready. People were nailing it in. They used sledgehammers. That's what they had. And every time you just hear this sledgehammer hitting the nail, you're just like, oh my goodness, I can't even. And you're going through this whole thing. You finally get to the nail part. They give me the nail. This is the nail. You guys, I picked this in my hand. I put this in my hand. I'm feeling it. I'm looking at this. I'm like, first of all, first thing that came into my mind was, this is barbaric. Between the thorn crown and this nail, and I'm looking at people hammer, sledgehammer the nail into the cross. Just to see just how much effort it took to get this thing in there sturdy, just to go through the wood, was crazy. I can't even imagine what it must have been to get this through an actual hand. Like, and I did go like this because I'm like, I can't even believe it. And every time my mother and my stepdad, they were just hammering it in, I'm just, oh my God. And I mean that like in all due reverence. And I'm just, that's what did it for me. Like, it really hit me, you guys. It really hit me. And then you get to the end of this whole experience, because now we're on to the next part. We're after this, it's now after this, right? I guess I'm still like dealing with the all the feelings, because I'm still like sitting with it. So I'm kind of just like sharing the emotional state after all of this. So it's still sitting with me, trying to find the words to express just how intense but amazing that this was. Because by the time you get to the end of it, there's another part of the scripture, and it pretty much just, I'm summing it up, of course, and paraphrasing. Bear your sin at this cross. Like, just lay it at the cross. And that was the stone that had been weighing us down throughout the whole thing. And what you just witnessed, what you just gone through, was to see just just how barbaric this was. And that he would have had every reason to be angry. He would have had every reason to be angry, you guys. Because I would have been mad. I'm like, oh, you better than me, Lord. Because I would have been pissed. I'd have been pissed. And I could understand why you would have been angry about this, because the thorn is sharp and it was a whole crown. And this nail, it takes a lot just to put it into the wood to get it through the hand. It's barbaric. And the fact that he wasn't angry, guys, like, just stuck with me. And then after, bear your sin at the cross and be renewed. Be renewed. Let go of your sin. Ask for forgiveness. Just lay it at the cross. Accept me. And that's it. And I'm like, I was bawling, So my church family were like, it's okay, Arshel, it's okay. They started praying for me, and it's like, and young lady, you are beautiful, and the Lord is going to move through you. And I just want him to move through you. So he calls you to serve. He is calling you to serve. And that's why you feel what you feel right now. He's calling you to do great things, to be great things. And you're feeling it because you obviously are wrestling with something. And, I'm looking down and I'm not looking at them. And there was so much, you guys. It was so much. It was so intense and so beautiful and so wonderful. My church family is amazing and the Lord is amazing. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't want this video to be too long. But yeah, like, he could have been angry because I would have been angry. This was barbaric. What they did to him was barbaric. And it was all to save us, yo. Like, I'm stuck on that. And it happens every year. Every year I cry. Every year we get to Resurrection Sunday. You go to church, you hear the story, and I cry every year because it's like, yo, I can't believe he did that for us, man. Like, he really died for us, yo. Like, I'm bawling every year. But this was the first time I actually did the Station of the Cross at my church. It's the first time I went through this kind of a setup. Every year I go to church for Resurrection Sunday and Good Friday. Like, you do this. This is just what you do. It's just how you honor the king. And this was what we were doing. And this is the first time I did this. And I got to do this with my mom. I got to do this with my nephew and my siblings, my older sister. I mean, they came in different times. Like, we kind of all met up at the parking lot at the end of this. And I'm like, yo, I cried, yo. I cried. It made me cry because you're like, I don't get how he wasn't mad because I would have been pissed. He had every reason to be angry. This was barbaric and he was innocent. But it was all part of the plan. It was all part of the plan. There was something greater in store for his children, for us. And I'm just like, yo, you just feel so unworthy of it that you just can't help but bawl and just cry. Like, yo, I don't even think I'm deserving of your forgiveness. I don't even think I'm deserving of this, Lord. Like, yo, do you know how long it took for me to get here? Like, do you have any idea? Like, I don't even know if I'm worthy of you. And it's like, bear it at the cross. I did this for you. It's like, but you really should be mad at these people. But that's not the point. The point is not for me to be angry. The point is for me to have sacrificed myself for you. So what are you doing to honor that sacrifice? And so just wanted to share that with you guys because, oh my goodness, this is like an incredible week so far. It's a good week, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, I don't want this video to be too long, so if you have any similar stories to your experience with coming to Christ and coming to the Bible, or if you're on that journey, we could share that together. Because again, everything we do here on this channel, we do for the kingdom. I know sometimes I swear, and sometimes you focus a lot on the politics, and sometimes you get caught up in the I don't really do the men versus women thing too much. I think that's kind of going to work itself out like it usually does, but we do get caught up in the politics of it because policy matters, and sometimes you do have to point out the finger as far as what things can be undone and wrongs that can be right, so that way we could at least try to stay civilized. But all in all, we try to do everything that we can for the kingdom, and that's what comes first, right? So love you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. Just wanted to share this, experience with you guys. And again, get in the comments. Let me know what your experience has been with this time, if it's this year or last year. I want to know because, am I the only one who cries every year? Like, that's a good question. Like, am I the only one who cries every year at Resurrection Sunday? Because I feel like, I go and nobody else is crying, but I'm the only one bawling. Like, yo, he really did this, you guys. Like, I can't even, it happened. You believe it and it happened. But every year we get here, we get to this time, and I'm just like, yo, in awe of the sacrifice and the power and the forgiveness. It's just amazing. Good time, good time. So again, love you guys. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Am I the only one who cries on Resurrection Sunday? And what was your experience when you came to the cross, when you came to Christ? Or if you were raised in the faith the way that I was, I appreciate it more as an adult. As a child, you just go because your parents tell you to. This is more of a personal relationship with me and the big guy upstairs. So very, very happy with that. Love you guys again. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. Love you and Kepla.